Hi folks, and as I'm recording this, it's already the middle of January 2020. But even so, maybe this should have been a couple weeks earlier. I thought I'd talk about some tips for what you can do to run better in 2020. Now, a couple of things about the tips. One, I'm going to go through 5 things. There are certainly more than 5 things, so there'll be things that I don't touch on. Number 2, that's not to say that you should be doing all these. You might be doing some of these. There might be others where you say, I can't do that, although I always hesitate to say can't. I won't do that. Or you don't have any interest in doing that. You know, maybe there's some things that you could do. You say, I don't want to do that. That's fine. That's always a choice. But hopefully you'll pick up something that maybe you're not doing that you could incorporate in 2020 that's going to allow you to run better in 2020. So with that, and then the first 2 I think are the most important 2 for most people. Again, maybe not for you. But what I find is number 1 is running consistently. The average recreational runner, for all kinds of different reasons, is not able to be consistent. And that lack of consistency hurts your progress because it becomes 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. You'd rather go more like 2, 2, 2, 1, because you do come back a little time to time. But running consistently, in my experience, is the biggest thing that most people can do that's going to improve their running. The second thing that most people can do is they can run more. Now, more might be more days per week. It might be a little bit longer when you do run, but in general, we're talking about more miles. Let's look at the elites, for example. The elites want to protect their bodies, right? Because if they get injured, if something goes wrong, they're not going to race well. It's going to hurt their pocketbook. Well, they're now running 120, 130 miles per week because they have nothing better to do. Now, I'm not suggesting that most people watching this video can do 120 and 130 miles per week. One of the things with the elites, they're a lot faster. The time goes by quick. It's their full-time job. But the fact is, if you're running 30 miles a week now and you start running 35 miles a week in 2020, you're going to run better. If you're doing 60 now and you go to 65 or 70, you're going to run better. So run consistently is first, but then run more, and running more is going to make you a better runner, because like anything else, the more you do something, the better you get at it. Now, these next 3 aren't necessarily in a particular order, but strength work. Most runners, not all, but most runners kind of shy away from strength work. I have to force myself into the gym. I just don't like strength work for whatever reason, but I force myself in there because it makes me a better runner. So why does strength work matter? Well, a lot of what you're fighting in some of the races, in particular in a marathon, is muscular endurance, and you get some of that from running, but you use your shoulders a lot when you run. Think of how many times you're pumping your shoulders and that core, being able to maintain yourself upright. Go to a marathon. Watch in particular the people at the back of the pack, and you'll see them hunched over as they're running because their bodies are tired. They just can't hold up. And when you're hunched over, that's an ineffective way to breathe. Your stride gets all compromised. So hitting that gym, doing some strength work is going to make you a better runner. Paying attention to nutrition and hydration. In my experience, most endurance runners aren't getting enough good carbohydrates, enough carbohydrate in their diet. I'm not talking about getting an app and, paying attention to every little thing you eat, although you can do that from time to time. I'll log food just to kind of, see where I'm at and what I'm taking in. But for the most part, I kind of know. But making sure that you're getting good nutrition, if I could talk, good nutrition consistently, being hydrated all the time, those things are going to help your running a heck of a lot as well. So if you've got some opportunity there, focus on your nutrition and hydration. And then finally, run faster. Sometimes. So the reason I say sometimes is you've also heard me harp over and over again that for all your aerobic events, which is 800 meters on up, that the easy running is your foundation. That's still true, but you do need to have some faster running. And what many people do is they kind of run in the middle all the time. So they're not really running easy. They're not really running fast. They're just kind of running in the middle. In a lot of cases, what they should be doing is some slower running. But that's some of your running. It's not very much. It's maybe 5 to 15% of your miles a week on average, not every week. You're getting faster. You're getting that, whoa, that was hard. I wanted to get done with that, and you're getting out there and being faster. So again, hopefully everybody saw something a little in there that they can do to help themselves become a better runner in 2020.